Hi everyone, my name is Ige Samson Omotayo, and these are my group member by name.
Adeni Olushola Emmanuel.
Fabi Dowuniyi.
So we are here to present our group project of in EE 308, and the topic is clock, digital clock, timer, alarm, and stopwatch. So we want you to patiently follow us as we present the project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Currently our board at the default states, which when all the switches are at 0000, and so when all the switches are 00, it displays the group number and the course code. So all three of the switches have what they do in this project, which I'll be explaining. Switch 9, 8, and 7 is for resets. They are reset switch, and at this state, this is their active state. So they are active at 0, and they are disabled when we place them at 1. And for us to be able to set anything, so we need to disable the reset button. And already why we need the reset button is just to ensure we can clear our data and rewrite. Probably if there is any error, we are setting time and there is a mistake, you can clear it and reset. So the switch 9 is for countdown timer, reset for countdown timer. Switch 8 is for clock, and switch 7 is for stop clock rather. So now we have the rest of the switches which we'll be making use now. The switch 0 and switch 1 will be the switch that will determine which state are we moving to. Are we moving from alarm to clock or from clock to timer? So those are the functions, and we make use of switch 4 and 5 too, which is also one of the switch that determines which state we are, and especially for us to set alarm and clock, so we need to make use of switch 5 and 4. So now at state 0 1 so what we are about to do now is to set our alarm. So we want to set our alarm before we now move to clock to set our clock. So now we make use of the key 0 and key 1, which helps us in the setting of minutes. Key 0 is for setting minutes, while key 1 is for setting hours. So now I want to go on to set minutes and hour for my alarm. So now I want my alarm to be at 2:05. I want to sound the alarm at 2:05. So 2:05. Now the next thing is for me to set my clock. So I will need to make use of switch 5 and 4, which is 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 and 4. So for me to set clock, switch 5 and 4 must be at 0 1 2. So I can now set my clock. So now since I want my clock to be at 2 at 2 I want my clock to be at 2:04. So now I can go on to set so for me to set my clock, since I want my alarm to sound by 2:05, so I want to set my clock to 2:04. So 2:04. Then I want to start my clock. Now my clock has started counting. So now after this, I want to go on to set my countdown timer. So I will put switch 0 and 1 to 1 and 0 for my countdown timer. So I want this to count down to count down to, okay, let me reset. Also, we can set our countdown timer. I want to set it to count just 3 hours 10 minutes. So I want it to count down 3 hours 10 minutes. And for the countdown, we have the switch for this. So the switch 6. So we have to put it at 1 so as to be able to enable. So this is my alarm. Alarm is telling us that it's already time. That is the alarm I set. So let me show you the time now. So I go back. So I set the alarm should sound by 2:05. So now that the clock has gone to 2:05, this is what we use as alarm indicator. So, and the alarm indicator will go off immediately. We move from 2:05 to 2:06. That is after a minute. So after we move from what we set the alarm, when the time we set it to sound, so it will the light will go off. So now let's go back to where we are. So now we want to count down. So so there is pause and play for our countdown timer. So key 0 is to play, key 1 is to pause. So, and our countdown timer is displaying now, it's working now. So from here we can move on to our stopwatch. So now we have gotten to, that is, I can tell you now that we are now, the time is 2:06. That's why this went off. So let's quickly check if that is true. So now can you see the time is 2:06. Our alarm indicator has went off. So now let's go to countdown. We set switch 0 and 1 to 1 because the first state is 0 1, which is for alarm and clock. Then the next state is for our countdown, which is 10. Then the last state is 11, which is for our stopwatch. So for stopwatch, we have pause and play too. You have play and pause. Key 0 for play, key 1 for pause. And for reset, you can reset it to 00 using switch 7. So which I have just done now. So now we can start our stopwatch again, which is absolutely working very fine. So once again, this project is presented by group 24, and I have all my group members here with me, which we've already shown our face earlier before now, but for the sake of for proof that we are all here, we also show our face so as to make it known to us that we actually presented this project live and direct by ourselves. So now we want to show our faces. All right, once again, this project is presented to you by E308 Group 24 FPGA project. Once again, the aim and objective of this project is to create a VHDL code, write a VHDL program which which can work or function as a digital clock. So that is having a functionality of a clock, which is what stopwatch, a countdown timer, then what you call alarm. So an alarm. And I want to tell you that this project, the aim and the objective for this project has actually been actualized, because every of these things being said, they are all working simultaneously. They are working, they are being synchronized and working together. So which shows that we can still go back to our time. This is it where we said 2:05. That is when we started. 2:04, that's where our time started, and we set our alarm to 2:05. After we have the alarm, the clock still continues. So which means you can, after the everything work together, you can be on clock and still be on countdown. Stopwatch, our stopwatch is also working. Then we can also check our countdown. Our countdown is also working. So this shows that what, this project is perfectly working. So once again, this is presented to you by uh, group 24, or students of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. So thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing us and listening to us. We hope to bring more interesting projects to you in future. Thanks.
Thanks.